the face for radio and the voice for silent film. Some Gamer Gremlin here is back with another episode of reacting to Gorl World. Now, episode 20, I fucked up on the audio. So we're yeeting that one into the Netherverse. There was nothing with Amber coming after me or anything like that. Don't worry. And then my whole absence lately, that is not Amber related either. I got a bug up my butt and I finished writing the 4th book of the Sacred Beast series. Right now I'm working on editing that and getting it. Well, actually, I already edited it. I'm actually working on formatting it and getting it ready for publication, and I'm aiming for a July 4th publication. So that's exciting. I will have more news for that once everything's set up. But yeah, so we're diving back into Gorl World. I'm going to change how I'm doing the reactions to Amber. I'm just gonna avoid the whole let's talk one because it's just her slobbing her own fucking knob, and it is annoying as hell. And so we're gonna do the Monday vlogs. I'm going to do them on Tuesdays. I'm gonna do the reactions to those on Tuesdays. And then for the weigh-in and the what I ate videos, we're going to react to both of those in the same videos. I don't believe that in her what I ate videos, that's everything that she eats in that day. If she really wants to hold herself accountable for this new diet that she's doing, she should be showing what she eats every day in the Monday vlogs. So we can see, so we have a breakdown of what she's eating every day, even if we don't believe a damn word that she's saying about it. Also, when she gets to her little oracle card thing at the end of her vlogs, I went ahead and bought myself my own oracle deck. It's got a lot of animals in it, so every time she gets to that, I'm going to pull one of those cards, and that'll be just everybody's card for the week to kind of think on. Like the card right now that I'm looking at, it says Rebirth, and it's got a snake on it with like a moon and what looks like a snowflake. So basically, I'll describe the card to you, give you that. I'm not even going to open the book to tell you what the book says about it. If you want, you can just think on that card for the rest of your week, and just kind of, yeah, if it's your thing, go through and be like, okay, rebirth. What's something about myself that I can change, or what's a rebirth in my life that I can reflect on, or something like that. I don't know. Do with it what you will. I might use this to kind of help with my writing, since it's got so many different animals for symbolisms in the books and things like that. I might go ahead and use this to kind of like give me ideas, because I'm a little stuck in the second Sacred Blood book, or yeah, the second Sacred Blood book. I'm a little stuck in that one. That's why since I released the first one last year and I'm giving myself 3 years to do this one, I still have 2 years to finish it, and I feel like I'm halfway through. So I've got time, guys. I've got time. But enough of me yammering. Let's go ahead and get into Amber's life. All right, so this one is titled My Ex's Wife is Obsessed with Me, Copying Reaction Channels and Calories at Bingo, Weekly Vlog Episode 3. You can already see a day after she posted this, the like to dislike ratio is, whoo, girl. All right. Let's go.
Vlogs go from Monday to Sunday because it's the whole week.
Start at the beginning.
Hey guys, welcome to a new weekly vlog. So I did not vlog anything. Yesterday was Monday. My weekly vlogs go from Monday to Sunday because it's the whole week. I needed a moment. I'm not gonna lie. I just needed a day to like reset mentally. I needed it so bad. So I didn't vlog. But we're here, Tuesday, hello, hello. So I'm actually about to film my weigh-in for the day, and I'm actually gonna be playing an April Fool's joke on you guys in my weigh-in. I know that's dumb.
Oh god, that April's Fool's joke was just so stupid. I mean, the fact that she thinks just having a regular job and living your life is a joke is kind of insulting to everybody who works.
But, you know, I'm kind of a dumb girly pop sometimes. And from my remembrance, I don't think I've ever done like an April Fool's joke on you guys. So I was like, you know what? I'm just going to do it for my weigh-in video since
You should have kept to that.
it's going to go up tomorrow. So if you guys want to watch the April Fool's joke, or you want to see like what my new diet is, because yes, we are doing a structured diet because the no diet was not working for me at all.
No shit,
so if you want
it
to see my
didn't
weigh-in
work.
and all that jazz, definitely watch my weigh-in video. But tonight I also have my live stream, my members live stream, and I'm looking forward to it. I think I'm going to do more tarot, well, not tarot, but oracles with you guys because I know you guys enjoy that as well. I'm feeling a wee bit optimistic about today's live stream. So I'm excited to come talk to you guys. And if you guys have not joined my members live stream, you definitely should, because I would love for you guys to be part of the stream queens. All right, you guys, so I just got off my live stream and I made myself a little meal. I made some corn, potato, and
God, she is always fucking eating. Like, didn't she eat on that live stream too? And then she gets off the live stream and goes straight to eating. Like, you couldn't wait a few more hours. And you do it late at night, so shouldn't you be going to bed after the live stream?
steak, and this was 570 calories, and I weighed everything. Starting in with my new habits of measuring my food, and
That big of a meal right before going to bed is actually not good for weight loss. You should have a larger meal in the morning to kind of wake up and kickstart your metabolism. Another large meal in the middle of the day to kind of keep your metabolism going. And then at night, you should actually have a light meal because you're going to go into a rest mode. You don't want a whole lot of calories that are just going to be sitting doing nothing.
weighing it, which weighing is more reliable, so I'll probably stick to that.
So we're on Wednesday.
Hello. Okay, so it is the next day. I just filmed my Let's Talk video, and I'm finally about to have my first meal of the day. Be proud of me. I'm actually eating leftovers. So I made sure to make enough potatoes, and this is a lean steak. So good. I made sure to make enough. Why am I using my fingers? I don't know, but I made sure to make enough for today.
Looks fucking overcooked to hell.
Also have a fried egg and radish. I love radish so much.
I fucking hate radishes.
I'm gonna be quite transparent right now. I have not been in the vlogging mood. Oh my god, I'm pretty sure I cooked this. Oh yeah, I cooked it perfectly.
Fucking hell. She put a fucking mukbang in the middle of her fucking vlog. What the fuck, lady? You suck ass.
The yolk, yes. Sometimes I want yolk, sometimes I don't. Today is a big fat yes.
I will say, there is this one thing that I like to make where I take a tortilla, a fried egg, some ham, some cheese, and I toast it all up together. And sometimes I want the yolk in there because it just tastes good with everything. And sometimes I just want like a fried egg fried all to hell.
By the way, I'm counting calories. I'm having to measure all my food. All of this came out to 470 calories. Hell yeah. Potatoes are so low.
Eating a fucking radish like it's a goddamn apple just... I don't know. I don't like radishes to begin with, so watching someone eat one like an apple is weird to me.
Calorie, it's crazy. But yeah, I just have not been in the vlogging mood. I don't really know what it's about. I'm still gonna keep to my schedule though, of course, but I just don't know what the rest of this week is gonna look like in the form of this vlog. So I actually had my therapy appointment on Monday, and we haven't started the like DBT section of it all.
Why didn't she cut the potatoes into quarters? Like, that's kind of bugging me. Like, even when I'm doing whole potatoes like that, because I actually do like those kinds of potatoes, I'll cut them into quarters and roast them with something. So, like, she's got the beef. Like, I would have taken those potatoes, cut them into quarters, put them into the beef, not cutting up the beef, and then like put it in a slow cooker with some apples, or not apples. Apples might be okay with beef. But actually, I would have used carrots, not apples. Maybe some mushrooms. No onions, though. I detest onions. And then just like slow cooked that all day. And then, I don't know, maybe like make some hash browns to go with the egg and steak instead of like whole potatoes like that. That's just weird.
Because she's still just trying to like get to know me and stuff like that. And we talked a lot about like my disassociation, like when it started and all of that type of stuff.
I don't
so it's
think
honestly
she really has
really scary for me. I'm not gonna lie. It started when I was a little girl. It happens when I'm in like high stress situations. It feels like I am just like watching myself from the outside. Like it's like life is happening to me and there's nothing I could do about it. And it's scary. I feel like detached from my body. And I opened up a bit about it like after me and Feline broke up and like I was moving here, living alone for the first time in my life. I did open up to you guys about it then. And I noticed lately it's been happening again. I'm just gonna go eat this. I don't want to bother you guys with my nonsense, but I'm just having a little struggle bus time.
Stop it with the mukbang.
Thankfully, I have a therapist to listen to me and to help me cope a little bit, you know? All right, you guys, so we have an Amazon haul. 3 days ago, I was supposed to have a Fitbit delivered, but I literally cannot find it in the package room. Sometimes this does happen where they put the package in the wrong spot because how it's all combobulated in there, it's definitely different. You have to go a searching. And I literally can't find it. So they might not have delivered it for real.
Why did she order a Fitbit when she's probably going to use it for like a week and then just throw it away and never use it again?
So I'm just going to give it a few more days. And if I can't find it, I'm going to contact customer service. Sometimes they have to do an audit in the package room, blah, blah, blah. But I really wanted that damn Fitbit because I'm going to start tracking my steps. I'm super excited for that. But anyways, let's get into.
She has an iPhone, right? Isn't there like a way of tracking steps on an iPhone? Because I know Android phones, you can do that. Like, let me see. I'm opening up my Android. And I've got like an old ass Android. Because when I got a new phone this last time, I downgraded. Search. Fitness. Let's see. Well, I know in one of my past phones, like I had a setting where it was, you could have your phone track your steps. I'm not finding it, but I do remember one of my phones had that. And wouldn't an iPhone have that too? Where you don't need to get the extra equipment?
Into the haul. So I got some of these little Swiffer dust things because I needed more of those. And it's just like so random. It's like things that I know that I need.
Instead of buying soda while you're at the store, why don't you just buy like your cleaning supplies? Like use the money that you were going to use on soda on cleaning supplies.
But I forget to get them when I'm at the grocery store. So if you have long hair and you use scrunchies, you know that they get up and walk away and then you can't find them. So I got a whole pack of 50.
So they're not getting up and walking away and you can't find them. Your cat is moving them. I have this problem with my cat, but I find if I put my hair ties on something like a doorknob, or I've got a couple like right on my microphone here, he doesn't touch them.
And I actually really like them. I was gonna take one out, but it's this type of deal. It literally is perfect. Sometimes scrunchies are either like too loose, too tight, but this is like perfecto. Recommend. So when I use my air fryer, I normally just like clean it when I'm done, but it's a hassle. And people are like, Amberlynn, have you ever heard of like...
I still haven't gotten an air fryer and people keep telling me I should. I do have like an actual deep fat fryer though too, a little small one.
Like the air fryer thingy majigger, air fryer liners to be exact. And I was like, no. So I got some, but they're too big. And this was the smallest one because I do have a different air fryer now. When I give you guys a little tour of my new kitchen stuff, I'll show my new air fryer. But sadly...
So, let me get this straight. She had an air fryer that was working perfectly fine, and she went ahead and got a new air fryer for no reason. Like, I have 2 rice cookers. I have a bigger one and I have a smaller one. I got the bigger one because I thought having a bigger one would be more useful after my old rice cooker died, and it was just too big for just me. So recently I did go ahead and get a smaller rice cooker because when I make rice, I try to only make rice enough for me for that one meal. But I had a reason for getting a new one. It was smaller than the one that I have. But she had a perfectly working air fryer and then chose to get a new one because she decided she wanted to remodel her kitchen. That makes no sense to me. Your air fryer worked. You didn't need a new one.
These are too big, even though they were the smallest size. So I don't have any of these, so I definitely needed some. It's just to help to keep bags shut, like bags of carrots, radish, chips, whatever it may be. I got these really cute pink hoop earrings. So these next 2 earrings that I'm about to show you, I thought they were a little bit bigger, but they're kind of small. I think I'll be okay, but they just look weird because I like the really big hoops. I guess I'll be all right. So on the front, it's like these black rhinestones, and then inside here, it's like regular rhinestones, silver ones. Isn't that
So on the outside, it's the black rhinestones, and on the inside, it's the white rhinestones. Got it.
so pretty? And then the other pair is literally just silver, and the rhinestones on the inside and outside are the same. And then I also got this set. It's a set of notebooks. They all come together. I did not buy them separate, don't worry. So this is what they look like. I put them in.
She really is a fucking hoarder. If you still had notebooks, if you were out of notebooks that you could write in, I would see this as okay. I have like a ton of notebooks that I use for writing notes while I'm writing my books. So, but I try to avoid buying new ones until after I filled the other ones. Like the most recent notebook I have bought was when I went to go see Snow White, and I just needed a notebook that was small enough to stick into my bag. Like that was all I needed it for.
Order of my least favorite to my favorite. They're all so stinking adorable. Like, look how freaking cute. That's my all-time favorite. Like, oh.
They look kind of dumb to me, but honestly, I just think cherries and ribbons look childish and dumb. That's just me.
Oh my god, are you joking? And then with the notebooks, it actually comes with some pens, but I gave 2 of them to my mom already. So we have a bow pen. We have a pen with bows that says I'm just a girl. That's so me coded. And then 2 more bow pens. So it came with 6, but I gave 2 to my mom, like I said. But look how adorable. It's cherries and bows.
And the pens probably suck in general. I am very particular about my pens and my pencils. Like I get the same brand every single time. Let me grab my giant ass thing of stack of containers of pens and pencils. Where are my pens? All right, those are mechanical pencils. Pens. I always just get the Uniballs. They fucking work. I've got tons of different colors. I love them. I do have this. Oh, it's Uniball as well. I do have a pen that I got from the title company when I got my house. And it's Uniball as well. Like, I fucking love Uniball pens. If it's not a Uniball, I'm not gonna deal with it. But let's move on.
Next day, I'm actually filming my what I ate today video. I'm looking like it's not my day. I wear makeup so much, but like I need to have some days to like breathe. So today's the day. And yes, my hair is in a braid. I'm like scared to have my hair in a braid.
Her skin looks fucking horrible. Like I wouldn't doubt if my skin looks pretty bad, considering I don't do any like face care or anything on mine. I just wash my face and call it a day. But I also don't wear a lot of makeup, so I don't feel like I need to do a whole lot of stuff to my face, since I'm not putting a whole lot of stuff on my face in the first place. But my skin is not that yellow. It was probably looking rough yesterday because I was exhausted. But, yeah, I don't think my face looks that bad.
I'm scared to exist. There's, like, reaction channels thinking I'm stalking them. There's other reaction channels thinking they're the people who invented braids and that they're the only people who ever do braids. And I'm like, what is happening right now? Like,
Okay, people saying that you look dumb with braids in is not them saying that they invented braids. Like, I feel like you put your hair in braids to try and look more childish and look younger than you actually are.
I've been doing braids since the beginning of time. I've been doing this type of braid and like side braid my whole life. But like 2 pigtails, I've done that so many times.
Okay, I think she's referring to Salty Crab, where Salty Crab was talking about how she put her hair in the braid and then put the product on her hair. What Salty Crab said was that she should have put the product in her hair before so it could get incorporated throughout the entirety of her hair, and then put her hair in the braids. So I think she's complaining about Salty Crab saying that.
I can't even think straight. And like, I just don't understand that, like, why can't we just go back to like nitpicking Amber Lynn instead of thinking I'm obsessively stalking someone or obsessively...
Yeah, but you do that kind of shit. If you don't like someone, you obsessively stalk and harass them to try to get them to shut up.
Copying someone. Like, braids have been around forever. I'm 34 years old. I've always done braids. And also the same person who thinks that
And they always look kind of weird on you.
I am copying the braids, by the way. This comes from someone messaging me on Instagram, which I'll show you here. So I had to watch it. The same person who thinks I'm copying them when it comes to...
Please, for the love of God, watch this video. This girl thinks you are copying her, yet you have done these things in abundant amount of times through your YouTube career. I like you, but I don't understand the fascination. Dude, that's not someone who likes you. That's someone who's just trying to stir the pot.
To braids, they think I'm copying them because I decided to start drinking water. Isn't everyone supposed to drink water and I just have been flopping? Like, I did not grow up and learn to drink water. It was always drink milk. It's weird because
I was drinking water today mainly because I did a bit of yard work before I got on here. I woke up and chose yard work. And I was thirsty, so I grabbed a bottle of water, drank that real quick, and then I got my coffee.
When I lived with my parents before I was put into foster care, they always wanted me to drink milk. And then even when I went into foster care, the choice was either milk or juice. 9 times out of 10. Like, it was never...
That doesn't mean you can't just go, hey, can I have a glass of water instead? I'm sure they would have been like, oh yeah, here. Tap water is just as good for you as well, it's probably got more shit in it, but I mean, if there's no bottled water, tap water is just fine.
Like water. The only time I remember drinking water as a kid was when I was put on this weird diet. I was in a all-girls group home. I was 10 years old, and the 2 things that they told me to do was you get your own milk. It's like a lower fat milk. So I had my own big...
God, I cannot stand lower fat milk. Like, it's whole milk for me, baby. Whole milk.
Gallon of milk, because all the girls in the group home drink milk, but it was just like normal milk. And then the other thing was they wanted me to chug a bunch of water before every meal. I said, okay. So that was like my first diet ever.
Okay, I think what they wanted you to drink the water before you ate was so that the water would fill up your stomach, so when you ate, you would get fuller faster and you wouldn't eat as much. That's just my thought on that.
at the age of 10, but that did not last long, I could tell you that. But water has never just like been in my, vicinity. I've never been taught to drink it. And I go through phases.
My family made us drink water along with the milk. We just chose the milk because it tasted better.
As an adult where I drink a lot of water and then I stop. This reaction channel thinks that I'm copying everything they do, and we're all supposed to be drinking water. And it's like, I didn't know you wore your hair in braids. I'm sorry, question mark, question mark. Like, it's something I've always done. I don't know. That was just like a little mini rant. Excuse me for that. So I just got out of the shower and I literally already have my AirPod in. I'm listening to Trisha Paytas' podcast. Jeff is on this episode. Personally, for me, I think they're like a hoot together. I'm not gonna lie about it.
What is wrong with her fucking arm? Why are there so many, like, what, pimple scabs from her popping pimples on there? Is that what those are?
Like, I just feel like there's like the perfect amount of like awkwardness. I don't know. I could see them being like their own podcast together. I just don't think that they'll ever do it. I know Jeff and Tana flirted with the idea, but they never did it either. Who's with me? Do you miss frenemies? That was the best thing to ever happen to the internet. Besides Amberlynn Reed, of course. I'm looking a mess.
So, you are a mess.
I'm filming my What I Ate Today video. Look at Twang. Yeah, you're such a perfect baby. I just don't even understand like how I got so lucky. So I'm having fried egg, chorizo, radish. I've been obsessed lately. Carrots, also been obsessed. Like, what's happening? And a fried egg. I've said it so much that it doesn't even sound real anymore. But a fried egg just sounds so good lately. So I've been eating those. It's a good source of protein. Plus they're freaking tasty as hell. But what I was gonna ask you guys, every single year when I send my taxes to the IRS, and then I do my federal taxes as well, I always get a check from the IRS with like the exact same amount of money every year. Why are they sending me money? It's so weird. It's literally just a random check. You want a carrot? Yeah. But yeah, it's literally just a...
Why don't you just act like... She's not gonna listen to this advice, but like, why don't you just go to an account, like hire an accountant to do your taxes for you? Because you're probably doing something wrong. So if you just hire an accountant to do your taxes for you, you can ask them about the check and they will probably explain it to you.
Random check and there's no explanation on it or anything, but okay. Hello, it's the next day. Oh, I forgot to put on my rings. I feel naked without them. So I am wearing this lace thing, which I wore a few days ago, but thank God for laundry. And this is a similar dress. It's literally the same dress, different color. I was just really vibing with the look. So I was like, I'm gonna wear that to bingo night. So I do have to go to the USPS. We're going to bingo. I'm super excited. This box is still here because I'm still getting rid of kitchen stuff. I'm trying to go through kitchen stuff, and then when I buy new kitchen things like pots, pans, a whole cooking utensil set, a whole new knife set, like I like to wash all of that before you use it, and then I'm gonna put it away.
That's what most people do, lady. Also, that living room is very small. I think that's smaller than mine. And like, my couch isn't even against a wall because like my living room, dining room are the same thing.
I'm in this like out with the old, in with the new routine while also still trying to keep up with everything else around the house. All right, you guys, so since I'm counting calories, I thought something that could be fun is to tell you guys what I had at bingo and how many calories it was. So these pretzels were my mom's because we both got an appetizer. You will see mine in a minute, but she wanted me to try one. So the one that's bitten off, that one is mine. For my appetizer, I got this mini quesadilla. It's a cheese quesadilla. So good. I had a little bit of sour cream. You guys know me, I'm a dry girl. And a little bit of salsa because I do like some spice. Super freaking tasty. And then they have these chocolate chip cookies that are divine. Usually I have 3, but I only had 2. I was very...
I think that is a lie. My bullshit meter is going off.
I'm proud of myself. So I gave the other one to my stepdad and he enjoyed it. And then a couple hours later for my actual meal, I got potato wedges and chicken strips. I did not eat the bread though, so keep that in mind for my calories. That was not 8. And I did dip it in just the tiniest bit of ranch. So for calories, it did come out to a banger, not gonna lie. So I had no cheese with the pretzel, so it was 101 calories. Quesadilla, 322. Sour cream, 23. Ranch, 64. Chicken strips were 307. Potato wedges was 226. Cookies, 170. Came out to 1,213. Thankfully, I have hundreds of calories for wiggle room because Noom wants me to eat upwards to like 3,400, and I usually...
Yeah, but you can just eat less. Like, just reduce your portion sizes, aim for more of like a 2,000 calorie limit, and get up and move. Like, burn what you're eating. That's the huge key. Burn more. Actually, you need to burn more than what you're eating.
Usually try to stay below 2,600. So give or take, these are the calories, and I just stayed on track for the rest of the day surrounding that.
Though, to be fair, what I ate yesterday was not very good. I had 2 crumble cookies, a whole tube of Pringle chips, 4 small egg rolls with some sweet and sour sauce. I did drink water. And then I think that was it. But I was starving. I was super hungry all day. So that was pretty much all I ate all day yesterday.
Hello. It is the next day. Today we are wearing a Sabrina Carpenter perfume. Some people say this smells like cherry medicine. I get the vibe. I do. So me and my mom were actually going to go to my grandma's house and play some cards. And then last minute, my grandma calls my mom and literally is like, can we go to the casino? So we're going to the casino. I haven't gone since the beginning of January. And a week ago, I won $500, but I tipped big. So I still have a few $100s just floating around in my wallet. And it's like, that's what I used on bingo last night. And I also bought my friend, my stepdad, and my mom some bingo games last night. So it's like everything I've been doing has been off of those winnings.
She gambles a lot. Like, bro, I do think she has like a gambling problem.
Not me chugging water in my closet. Who remembers like a year and a half ago, me drinking alcohol in my closet? Why am I this person? Oh. I'm now on White Claws. People drink just to have funsies, like just for funsies. So there's no crisis. There's no cry for help.
I drink to get through Fail Guard, which I still need to finish those live streams. I don't wanna.
We've made progress, folks. Yes, we have. Right, I'm ready. My mom is about to be here, and I keep looking around. I'm like, am I forgetting anything? I like to leave some of the lights on for the fur babies, because sometimes I get spook-magooked by the dark, just like their mamas. All right, so we are at the casino now. I think me and my mom are actually...
Then why don't you get night lights to put through the house? Which I've been thinking of doing that mainly because like in the morning when I'm going to work, it's still dark out and I don't like having to turn on all the lights and then turn them all off on my way out. And then sometimes when I'm going to my bedroom, I have to turn on lights to get to my bedroom. So I've been thinking of getting night lights just specifically so I don't have to turn on the lights. Just give myself just enough light to walk around in.
Get something to eat because neither of us have ate today. Sorry, it's super windy in Oklahoma lately. So we're gonna eat at some place inside of this casino, which I've never ate here before. I'm a little nervous.
You think Febreze sells air freshener nightlight things? That would be useful for me.
I did chug a water bottle in hopes that it would keep me full. I know that's not the greatest thing to do, but like...
That's actually a very good idea. Like if that is one thing that I've heard, that like if you're hungry, drink water to kind of like fool your body. Like if you're trying to lose weight, drink water as like a substitute for eating. Like, if you have an urge to snack on something, drink some water. It helps kind of trick your mind that you're eating.
Think of your calories as like money that you have in the bank. You know, do you want to spend it really early in the day, or do you want to wait more later at night? Because once those calories are gone, there's nothing you can do.
You actually probably should use most of them earlier in the day because you're going to be awake and hopefully moving around, so you're going to be burning them, and then you want a very low calorie dinner at the end of the day, so that way when you go to bed, you don't have so many calories that are just sitting around doing nothing and turning into fat.
About it, just like once that money's gone, you have no more money, you know what I'm saying? Okay, so me and my mom are waiting for our food, and we go to the Newcastle casino or Remington, it just depends, but my mom's been coming here for literally years, and she's never been this far down. She didn't even realize it was this big, neither did I, because we always stay in this little tiny spot. This place is massive. I swear we walked a mile just to get to it.
I've been down here, but I didn't come this way. I come in like the door right there. You know what I mean? So yeah, it's huge.
It's literally massive. Like, I didn't even realize it.
Oh, hi guys, long time no see.
Oh my god. Yeah, I got some.
She looks so sweet. She really does.
Diet Coke.
I'm very glad Mama Lynn was able to kick her bad habits, but I don't think transferring them onto gambling was a good idea. But I mean, as long as she's not destroying her finances, you do you, Mama Lynn.
I got nothing. I don't drink liquids very often.
Yeah, she doesn't drink liquids very often. People have came for me like, why don't you drink a lot of water? I think it's like in the family where we just don't drink a lot of liquid.
I don't know. I don't drink liquid at all.
Yeah, she doesn't drink like liquid at all, let alone water.
I drink coffee.
I try to motivate her to drink water, not myself. I have gotten better with that though.
Well, sometimes helping other people helps yourself.
That's very true. I got catfish tacos. That looks tasty.
And I got
A salad.
chili lime salad.
Yeah, chili, lime. I'm not really a lime fan. Are you?
Yeah,
Yeah? Well, I guess you wouldn't have got it if you're not a fan of it.
that looks good, Amber.
Okay, calorie-wise, her meal is better than Amber's, but the fried on them is not helping. Like, if that was like a grilled thing, that would be a lot better for her. But, yeah.
Yeah. All right, you guys, that was the best catfish tacos I've ever had, but I'm not gonna have any of the chips and salsa because I tried the salsa and it literally, my mom said it and she's right, it tastes like literally tomato paste. It is disgusting, but the food was really good. Do you like it, Mom?
Yeah, I love it. It's
Yeah.
really good.
Come on. Live.
So there is a scene in the third Sacred Beast book where Kage goes to a casino, and let me grab the book and read it to you real quick. This is why I don't think Amber should be going to casinos. Not there. There were a few sex Nephilim scattered among the other Nephilim, and Kage was careful not to skim the sin they had already claimed, keeping to the humans that no other incubus or succubus was near. Sorry, Kage squeaked, his voice almost lost in the bustling chaos around him as he stumbled backward. Just moments earlier, he had deftly dodged a leggy woman striding confidently in denim shorts that hugged her curves and a bikini top that shimmered in the bright light. The 3-inch cowboy boots she wore elevated her stature, making her tower over Kage, while a wide-brimmed cowboy hat shaded her face, adding to her bold persona. Strapped to each hip, gleaming revolvers caught the light with each step she took, and a formidable rifle slung over her back completed her striking appearance. A cocktail tray, expertly balanced in her hands, announced her as a waitress, though she carried herself with an undeniable flair that suggested she was more. "Watch where you're going, little incubus," she laughed, her smile revealing sharp, dainty dampier fangs that gleamed in a pearly white. Her movements were fluid and dance-like as she deftly maneuvered through the throng, skillfully preventing 3 vibrant drinks from spilling over the edge of her tray. The man behind Kage did not share the same playful spirit. A rough shove that sent Kage stumbling. He barely evaded yet another waitress, weaving through the sea of patrons. Her free hand reached out to Kage and twirled him as if in a dance, leaving him in a still spot next to an occupied slot machine. With his heart racing, Kage looked around him as he caught his breath. The human at the machine didn't even register his presence as they stared almost blankly at the screen before them. Kage shivered lightly at the sight of their glazed-over eyes, still alive but trapped in an addiction born of sin and greed. Hurriedly, he moved away from the slot machine, following the flow of the crowd as he was swept away. That is why I do not think she should be in a casino, because the greed of wanting to win big at a casino, that is a form of addiction, and she has said multiple times that her family has problems with addictions. Her and her family should avoid those types of temptations. That's my 2 cents.
What? Because my square bread. Oh, I like this one. Oh my god. Alright, so my mom is actually stopping to get herself some cigarettes. And then we're gonna actually meet my friend at bingo. My stepdad's going. Yeah, it's been a good night.
Okay, so they just went to the casino and was gambling at the casino, and now they're going to bingo to gamble some more. Because you can say that bingo is a game, but it is a form of gambling because you're playing to try to win, and you're trying to win a prize. In the same way that you're playing like slot machines and poker and all of that stuff to try to win a prize. Though poker probably has a bit more like nuance and tech to it, but they're still going from one gambling thing to another gambling thing.
And I know it's going to be a good day. My grandma, she won pretty good at the casino, so that was awesome. Me and my mom did not, and my stepdad did a little bit, so that's kind of cool. My mom and I are trying to come up with like different things to do instead of always just like bingo. I really want to go mini golfing, and the weather is getting a little bit better. Weirdly enough, it's supposed to snow today, which I'm like, girl, what? The other day it was 80 degrees. I don't understand what's happening. But yeah, we're looking for things to do, like maybe go to the movies again, bowling. Bowling's kind of hecticana because then you have to wear other people's shoes, and that's kind of gross. Like, I used to go bowling a lot as a kid, but like as an adult,
going bowling is better for you than going and gambling all the time. Like it is a physical sport. Like, you need that kind of like physical sport. So instead of going to poker once a week, go bowling with your family once a week. It's a game. It involves physical sport. You'll probably actually lose weight faster doing that than not doing that.
Adult, thinking about putting my feet where hundreds of other people have.
You can buy your own bowling shoes. Like, bowling alleys, from what I remember, if you have your own bowling shoes, they don't care. The shoes at the place are for the people who don't have their own bowling shoes.
It's kind of a weird concept when you actually sit down and think about it, but you know what? Bowling's fun.
Then do it more. Then get your own bowling shoes, get your own bowling ball, and do it like 2 to 3 times a week. Instead of going to bingo, go bowling.
You guys, I'm walking in the parking lot, and I just had to show you. Look how close these 2 cars parked. I don't know. I just had to show you.
It's the truck's fault.
I won't make you laugh. Yes, I will.
Yes, you will. Okay, wait. Wait, are we on G50? This is 3 straights, right?
Yeah.
She really does have a fucking gambling problem. She went to the she went to the casino. Now she's at bingo, and now she's doing this weird gambling thing as well. Like that. Amber, you got a fucking gambling problem. You need to stop with this.
No. Hello. So I've actually been home for a little bit now, and I was just checking up on things. And with my new YouTube schedule, I decided, like, because I post on my community tab weekly, twice weekly. I post like a few days before Tuesday to let you guys know.
Oh, is she gonna tell us why that she what's it called? Completely erased her community tab thing just randomly out of nowhere.
Know like what time I will be going live, and then I also post on there for my Let's Talk, so it gives you guys an opportunity to ask me whatever you want. And I was realizing last night, like, damn, my community tab area is like genuinely such a mess. I had stuff way back from like 6 years ago, and there was just hundreds of like posts that were just like nonsense, old news. And I thought, since I use my community tab, I just don't want all of that in there anymore. So I sat and I deleted every single thing one by one. Took a while, but now it's nice and clear. And now it's like
I won't lie, sometimes when I'm like kind of stuck on the name of a chapter or a book in general, and I'm oscillating between a couple different ones, I will put a poll on my community tab going, hey, which one sounds better? That's how the 4th book got named The Raven's Ire.
the only things that need to be up there are things that are like relevant to like current time. So I'm sitting here working on some of my Lego, as you can see here. But people have always been like, Amberlynn, what do you mean you have an egg intolerance? I'm not allergic to eggs, but sometimes eggs make me feel extremely sick. As a little girl,
and yet you eat them all the time, which I have a big box of eggs in my fridge that I need to get through. So that reminds me, today I should probably make some eggs. But I threw my sausage in the freezer when I got home yesterday, so I should probably just throw that into the fridge today and then have sausage and eggs tomorrow for breakfast.
wasn't so bad. And then in my like teenage, young adult era, it got way worse. And then in my like late 20s, it got even worse. And I don't know what happened, but in my 30s, it slowly has gotten better. So I've been able to like eat more eggs and enjoy them more. Something that helps a lot is if I scramble them to death or fry them to death or hard boil them to death. So I'm saying like overcook them. It helps drastically. I have been experimenting a little bit, and I have been having more of like a runny yolk here and there. So tonight for dinner, because I had lunch way earlier with my mom, so for dinner I had breakfast for dinner, and I made my fried eggs more runny this time, and I feel so sick. Like I feel like I have the flu. I'm extremely like nauseous. I'm telling you, like I'm about to go throw up type of deal. Like I feel extremely hot, like I have a fever even though I know I don't, and my stomach is like on and off cramping really bad. So that is what I mean by egg intolerance. And sometimes it's a gamble. Like my mom experiences the same thing actually, where it's like a gamble. It's like, do you want to see if it's gonna work out this time or no?
She really has a gambling problem.
No. And this time my body is not reacting good, but I'm telling you, it has gotten so much better. So I didn't even think it was a gamble, like at all. But I guess for some reason, tonight it was, and it does not feel good. I feel truly miserable. So I'm just gonna watch some American Idol and do some Lego. I wanted to finish this Lego this week, but I don't think that's gonna happen because I know the people who enjoy my Lego updates, y'all want me to move on to other stuff, and I don't blame you. I've just been like,
you do nothing but gamble, with your life. That Lego should be done.
Busy and like distracted and like focusing on other things. So sometimes I go through like Lego things where I'm telling you I'm building like multiple a week, and then sometimes one literally takes months. But this one is really hard. This one is more of like a they call it like a technic. Girl, I could be using the wrong word right now. I don't even know. It's just supposed to be like even harder than like the hardest of the Lego, if that makes sense. Like it's supposed to be.
You're literally just following instructions and putting pieces where you're told to put them. It's like putting together a desk, which I am thinking about getting a new desk. I like my desk, but I want drawers.
Like very detailed, like it's harder than like hard. I don't know what I'm saying. I literally feel super ill, so I don't even know why I'm speaking right now, but everyone's like, Amberlynn, your egg intolerance, I need you to explain. I don't understand. So I just figured I'd give you guys a real live update on that because I feel awful.
People don't understand because you keep saying, oh, I have an egg intolerance, and then you proceed to eat hundreds of eggs. You are keeping Eggland's best in... You're keeping the egg companies in business.
Like, I think I might need to go puke, to be honest. So it's been a couple hours, and I already feel a million times better. Like, that
How much you want to bet she's going to start saying she has bulimia?
sickness feeling comes on almost instantly, but it also leaves rather quickly, too. So, anyways, I'm about to get ready for bed. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Hello. Jump scare. I'm at the grocery store and I just met the sweetest subscriber. She was so pretty with the cutest little piercings. But yeah, it's super sweet. Like every time I come to the store, I am recognized a lot. I'm not gonna lie. Hello, we're in my fridge because we gotta talk. So in my weigh-in video when I was eating this meal where I said it was 777 calories, you could see here. But in total, this is 770. I saw a lot of people say that's way more than 770 calories. I know how to count calories. When I'm doing it, I actually know what I'm doing. This is the lean meat that I use. It's extra lean. So for a serving, it is 112 grams.
You still made a serving for 2 fucking people.
For only 140 calories. So in this is super easy. There's only 4 servings in this. So I like to cut it in half and then I cut it in half again. So it's 4 servings. But with that specific bowl, I had about a serving and a half, a little more than that, all measured and weighed. Because on here, again, it says 112 grams is a serving. The serving is 85 grams for 30 calories, and I had a little under a serving. Says it right there. And then my favorite part, the rice. People are freaking out. I use these little cups because they're very handy, they're fulfilling, they're super tasty. I cannot change overnight. I am trying to literally stop ordering takeout daily, multiple times a day, to cooking majority of my meals. So I'm gonna be having things like...
You still made... That bowl still was 2 serve... Like, you're trying to lose weight. That bowl that you made in total was 2 servings of food. I would have been, like, struggling to finish that. And I move around more than you.
Like this. I'm also someone who spent her whole entire life eating thousands and thousands of more calories than I'm supposed to. So that is why every single time I try to diet, I'm always allotted these high amount of calories. To be successful, I need to satiate myself. I cannot sit there and eat salad all day. It's not gonna work. One of these is 250 calories.
No one's asking you to eat salad all fucking day. They're telling you, like, you need to work on your portion sizes. Like, yeah, that's 250 calories, but I would consider that as something to, like, as more, for me, I would be eating that as a meal on its own. Like, I wouldn't be eating that with other stuff unless whatever. I mean, I had, at Walmart in the frozen aisle, they have these innovation brand stuff, and one of the things is there's this crispy honey chicken thing that I like to get, and I will make that, and I will make like half a cup worth of rice, and I will eat that as a meal. Probably not the greatest for me, but it's filling. I'm full at the end of it, and I generally don't eat anything else after that for a while.
Sometimes I have one if I'm feeling extra hungry and I'm afraid I'm going to fall off track, which then leads to more thousands and thousands of calories, which I don't want to do. I will have 2 at a time because it fits in my calories. I know what I'm doing.
You don't understand portion sizes. Just because that is a single serving doesn't mean that it is a single serving when included with other items. What you had could have been cut in half and used for 2 different meals.
I know how to log. I have a food scale that is very reliable. You guys looking at a bowl of food, you guys can't guesstimate that. You don't have the labels.
Just because you also, just because you know how to do that doesn't mean that other people don't know how to look at something. I can look at a bowl of food and kind of gauge that, hey, that's actually 2 servings. You should probably cut that in half.
You don't know how much it weighs. You also don't know the ingredients or anything like that. Like, I can't even tell you how many times I've had something in front of me that was so blatantly obvious of how many calories it was just because I had the nutrition label right in front of me.
That is still way too many calories than you should be eating in a single meal. Like, that is half of what you should, that is almost half of the calories that you should be eating throughout the day, especially since you don't move around. You don't do anything. If you had more physical activity in your life, that meal would have been fine. Like, for an athlete, that meal that you made, perfectly okay. The portion size, everything. For an athlete, that is fine. But for someone who sits on their ass every day doing nothing, that is too much.
Me. And people are like, nope, you're lying. You don't know what you're talking about. You don't know how to count calories. Yes, I get it. I am over 500 pounds. I am fully aware of that. But that does not mean I don't know how to count calories. And when I am counting calories, I do it accurately. Because why am I going to...
The rice is what killed you. You should have done a single cup with that.
Waste my time. I hate counting calories. I hate weighing my food. So when I'm doing it, I am doing it accurately and I'm doing it for a reason. But this is one of the very reasons why I hate doing what I ate today videos, especially when I'm counting calories, because people are always thinking I'm doing it wrong. I don't know what I'm doing. I have done it for majority of my life. I've done it for over 2 decades, 2 decades and a half. I do know how to count calories. So stop coming for me because it makes you look dumb. And you know what else is dumb? When your ex's wife is so insanely obsessed with you that they buy the same sweater as you and they constantly post about you on their Instagram. Like, bro, your wife cheated on you with me. Like, do you know how many times they couldn't wait for you to leave so they could call me? Like, you have a gross wife. You have a cheater of a wife.
And you know what? You're just as bad as that wife because you allowed it to happen. You didn't go, hey, you have a relationship. We shouldn't do this. You are just as fucking bad. And from everything that I've heard, you do this all the time. You go after taken women. What does that say about you?
Lied to us both, but you're mad at me? Your wife and you tried to troll me, but your wife fell in love. Like, that's pitiful. That's pathetic. You stay bothered and you stay upset.
Amber, you're fucking pathetic.
And it's getting a little cringe and a little out of hand. All right, you guys, so here's a weekly build update. I have about...
You should be done with this.
60 steps left. I did work on it a bit this week. Probably a good thing it's taken me a while because I'm telling you, sometimes I get super obsessed and I spend way too much money on Lego and builds in general. All right, you guys, so it is time for my oracle reading for the week, and I chose my 3 decks. So I've realized that since I've been doing this for a few years now, I've only ever really read on myself. And I feel connected to my tarot deck, especially.
You've mentioned this every single time. Just get to your stupid reading so I can pull a card.
For just me. And I realize I'm starting to feel the same way with my oracle decks. Like, I can read people that, like, I'm really close to, but, like, strangers online, I literally feel like there's, like, this disconnect. So I think I'm even just gonna, like, stop doing that on my live streams. Like, I can't. So for this week's reading, I'm gonna do a Believe in Your Own Magic, Feminine Wisdom, and a Love one. So I am going to be shuffling, which I will edit all of that out. The only shuffle you will see is when the universe is telling me to choose a card. All right, so for the first one, I got Princess. You can be your own knight, which is actually card number 1. And number 1 is my favorite number. You may be in a dire situation you need escaping from. Rest assured, you have the power within you to persevere. You already know you don't need to be rescued by a charming prince or a knight in shining armor. You've got your own shield and sword, and God's help anyone who thinks they can do better. All right, so this one is Love. Life's Purpose. That is such a pretty card. And this is number 30. And 3s are actually a very lucky number in my family. Make the relationship with yourself your number 1 priority. Nurture yourself with kindness, empathy, and grace. Listen to your needs and choose to respond. Only when we truly love ourselves can we love others too. How we love ourselves is how we invite others to treat us. Replacing negative self-talk with positive affirmations is the key to happiness. Affirmation: I am love. Weirdly enough, speaking of love, I chose to do a love reading. So I've never done that one with you guys here in a video. So I got possibilities, free-spirited, adventure, and risks. These cards are telling me to love myself first. By nurturing myself, I will be able to have a fulfilling relationship in the future whenever I feel like having one. Self-love and self-care is extremely important. Don't forget to take care of you. And I think that goes for a lot of people watching as well. I feel like it's easy to get caught up in other people or get caught up in life that we forget to take care of ourselves. And we forget
Lady, you only care about yourself.
to put ourselves first sometimes. Not even that. We just like forget to love ourselves, really. I'm gonna speak for myself and say sometimes I take myself for granted. To find that, like, you have to reflect a lot, and I have been doing a lot of journaling. I started daily journaling back in 2021. I've always loved writing, but it wasn't until 2021 that's when I like.
And we've all seen the Scotty thing, so we know how good she is at writing, right?
Actually started to daily journal. So I do a lot of reflecting, and within that, like, I do take myself for granted. And I take a lot of things for granted because I think we just go about our day-to-day life every single day and we forget to stop and think of the things that we are thankful for and grateful for.
I don't know. The things that I'm thankful and grateful for always remind me to thank them for being amazing. And yes, I'm talking about the 4 little freeloaders that run around my house. Fucking love those guys.
So I try to like do a lot of like, these are the things I'm grateful for, especially when I'm journaling. And even with like people in my life, like I noticed my mom the other day, she just needed a little more pep in her step and some positivity. So I stopped her and I said, Mom, what are some things that you're thankful for?
Axe to doubt that this actually even happened.
And she stopped and she said them, and she said that it helped her. So I think if you ever feel like life is too much and there's just so many negative things with the world and yourself and things going on in your life, if you genuinely just stop and be like, what are 3 things that either make me smile, I'm grateful for, thankful for, just 3 positive things in my life, it'll immediately just like give you some sort of light feeling. It'll make you realize that whatever headspace you're in, because sometimes it feels like life is all bad, it'll make you realize that there is a lot of beauty and good in life too. Anyways, that was like a rant there. I'm gonna go. I hope that you guys enjoyed this weekly vlog, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.
All right, thank God that is over. All right, let's draw the card for us to think on for this week. And we got balance with 2 dolphins, a yin yang, and the Libra sign on it. So, but yeah, that is the card that we shall think on for the next week until we suffer through one of her oracle cards. And yeah, so as you go through the week, just think on that card, do with it what you will. Let's move on to my personal favorite part of these videos. I love going through the comment section with you guys. It is fun. It brings joy to my life. All right, comment section. You openly admitting you were a side chick in someone else's marriage isn't the flex you think it is. Right? She has been using the I cannot change overnight excuse for many years now. A 600-pound grown adult saying she was never taught to drink water is wild. Literally nothing is her fault. Why would you count a cheating married woman who you had an online affair with as an ex? Have some pride, Gorl. I don't know why you think that being in an affair and being with the other woman is cute, but okay. Right? Amber, you're 34. The I wasn't taught that stopped 20 years ago. I can't change overnight. It's been 11 years. Holy cow, do you think those texts from Erica were a flex? You have zero respect for yourself or others, and that relationship was nothing to be proud of. Being the 6XL side piece isn't exactly cute. Smuglin is back. The whole blog is feeling superior. I know how to count calories. I do it for ages with zero progress, lady. How do you weigh more than Foodie Beauty but apparently eat less calories than her? And we see all the horrible, unhealthy, large portions of takeout and fast food she eats. Let's be real, girl. Takeout and eating out should be synonymous. Your calories are inaccurate. You've been lying ad nauseum, Gorl. Her calorie count for the bingo feast was mind-blowing. 2 cookies is definitely more than 170 calories. Let's look that up. How many calories on average are in 2 chocolate chip cookies? On average, but this was back in 2007. There are 98 calories in 2 medium chocolate chip cookie. Calorie breakdown. I think that's just going based on like the regular chef's resource. How many calories in 2 chocolate chip cookies? 150 to 200 calories. Store-bought cookies may contain more calories due to added sugars and fats. It's important to remember that moderation is key when enjoying these delicious treats to maintain a balanced diet. Full context, when it comes to indulging in a sweet treat, chocolate chip cookies are a popular choice for many. But have you ever wondered how many calories are in 2 chocolate chip cookies? Well, it all depends on the size and ingredients of the cookies. But on average, 2 homemade chocolate chip cookies contain about 150 to 200 calories. Store-bought cookies may contain more calories due to added sugars and fats. It's important to remember that moderation is key when enjoying these delicious treats. So I'm going to assume that at the bingo hall, we would want to look more at what these are. And I think she was going by, with her 170, I think she was thinking more in this range for like a homemade cookie. But I wouldn't be surprised if the bingo hall buys a more generic type cookie thing. And theirs are higher in calorie because of that. Just from what I know of working in kitchens for the last 20 years of my life. A bingo hall is going to cut corners a lot more than, say, a bakery is when they're making cookies. So yeah, I'm going to assume that it's going to be more than 200 calories in those cookies, specifically because they're from the bingo hall. That is my 2 cents as someone who has worked in kitchens for the last 20 years. Try to beat that, Amber. The way I died when you were talking about 3 cookies you normally eat and you proceed to act so proud for only eating 2. She could have been proud if she'd have said, I only ate 1, gave 1 to my mother, and gave 1 to my stepdad. Calories way off. You think fried chicken tenders are 300 calories? Oh, you make me laugh. Please. Bingo food is takeout food, girl. P.S. Bingo food is takeout food, girl. You need them in the same category. The messages with Erica are so funny when you realize she was really cheating on her wife with a 500-pound narcissist. Yeah, it makes both of them look bad. This nickel and diming on the bingo calories is really indicative of how far larger problem than overeating. The mental coping is crazy. I don't know why I find this fascinating. It's literally the same thing over and over again, but here I am. Someone please explain. Her hyping the fuck out of that lame-ass minute-long April Fools that nobody fell for. I am a 13-year-old stuck in a 34-year-old 600-pound decaying body. Fixed your title. The fact that this is you on track is bewildering to me. She's really overcome her egg intolerance. I've never heard someone say from my remembrance before in my life. It's not even grammatically correct. Not even an ex-girl. Someone you had an emotional affair with who you never met. Okay. I think we're done with the comment sections. Don't forget to check out my books. I will leave a link in the description below. If you like like, comment, and subscribe, and I will definitely catch you in the next one. Bye-bye.